Why should I feel discouraged? And why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is He. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. What's up, CherishingFlo fam? Welcome back to my channel where we're all about love, positivity, being a girl boss, and everything in that vicinity. In today's video, we are doing another story time. In today's story time, we're going to talk about the time that I played with the devil. This is a very serious story time. If you do not want to watch anything involving spirits and Satanism and all the other stuff, then this is not the video for you. This video is very serious. It's very honest, and this actually really did happen, and it was scary and probably one of the dumbest things I ever did. And I'm so glad that I made it through it. If you haven't already, then go ahead and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future girl boss videos, any more vlogs, any story times, or anything else that is going to happen. If you are not new to this channel, then welcome back. Thank you for loving me as much as I love you. And yeah, let's just get into the video. So basically what happened was I was with a bunch of my friends, and these were some melanin challenged friends that I had that wanted to play with a Ouija board and do these like little chants and stuff. Now I didn't know what any of it was. I knew that it wasn't of God, and I am a church going Christian type female, so you know, these are things that I have been warned to be worrisome of. But I wanted to experiment, and I didn't think any of it was real, to be honest. I really didn't think that, you know, doing chants or telling the devil to come or inviting evil spirits, I didn't think any of that was real. I didn't think that was something that really happened. I didn't think, you know, you could do the chants and wouldn't nothing happen. So we were reading from this book that one of my friends had. She had like this little book of chants and spells and spirits and stuff. We were reading from it, doing all the spells, and nothing was really happening. We were just, you know, and saying all the languages. Like, there were different languages. There was a Ouija board. We did the Ouija board, and it kind of felt like, I thought they were moving the board. So I really didn't think anything of it. They were like, oh my God, the board's moving on its own. And in my mind, I was like, y'all are moving it. I don't have time for your games. So I didn't believe in any of this stuff until the very night that this happened. This is not going to be a long story time, you guys, because this is pretty short, and this was a very scary experience, and I really don't want to spend too much time talking about it. But basically what happened was, so I went to sleep later on that night, and it was like a normal night. It was normal, whatever. Everything was the way that it usually is. Nothing out of the ordinary happened. So I'm laying down, and God, I hate even talking about it. Like, now that I'm actually telling the story, it's kind of like, I woke up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And when I woke up because I felt weird. Like, there's really no description to describe how I was feeling. I just felt really weird, really uncomfortable, really different, really strange. Then I realized I couldn't move. This is not a joke. This really happened. I was 14 or 15 at the time. I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even make a noise. And then I realized that I literally felt something coming up against the bed. Okay. Next thing I know, it felt like something had its one hand around my neck, around my throat, and another hand covering my nose and my mouth. It felt like I couldn't breathe. I couldn't scream. I couldn't make a sound. I was yelling, I was trying to yell. Tears are coming down my face, but no noise was coming out of my mouth, no matter how hard I tried to scream. I couldn't see anything, but I felt it. It was like a weight on top of me, and it was choking me, and it was also holding my mouth over. And I was crying. I was trying to call out for my father because, okay, this happened on a Friday before I went to my dad's house for the weekend, and Friday night was when I was at my dad's house for the weekend and everything. And I was petrified, and this went on for a couple minutes. Like, I was starting to get really weak. I was starting to everything started to get really dim, as if I was going to go back to sleep. Only it felt like I was dying. It didn't feel like I was going to sleep. And this was not a dream. This is something that really happened. And then I said Jesus. And that came out. Like, I heard like that sound when I said Jesus. I said Jesus help, or Jesus please, or Jesus. I said something, Jesus. And I yelled it out, and that words came out of my mouth. And my stepbrother heard me. And all of a sudden I could breathe. The weight was gone. Everything that I felt, the creeping, the eeriness, the weird feeling, it completely vanished. My stepbrother came out there. He's like, what are you yelling? What's going on? Da, da, da. And I was like, nothing. I'm fine. Well, actually, I didn't respond at first. I was just sitting there because I had actually not been able to breathe. And I was breathing, and I was... And he thought I had a nightmare or something, but I wasn't asleep. And my throat, like where the hand felt like it was, I still felt like pressure, like as if it still hurt, because it was a very tight grip. And it's like my throat and my neck still hurt from where it was. And I just kind of said, I'm fine, I'm okay. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to say anything about it. I didn't like lift off the ground or anything crazy like that. I had actually, I just felt like there was a tremendous pressure, and there was something choking me. I couldn't move. I had my eyes wide open. I'm looking around. Nothing was in the room. My sister was cross from me, but she couldn't hear me or see me. She didn't even wake up when I yelled Jesus. But when my stepbrother came out there, he was like, are you okay? And I just said, I'm fine. The next day, I thought about it the whole next day. Like, my vibe was off. I'm sure my dad asked me what's wrong. My stepmom asked me what's wrong. My stepbrother, my sisters, they were asking me what was wrong. But I was so disturbed, I couldn't even talk about it. Like, I can talk about it now. Like, I told my boyfriend about it. I told people about it, my experience. But that was something that I never imagined that things like that really happen. Like, you know, I don't watch scary movies. I don't know what happens in those scary, like, I don't know if that's something that happens in like horror movies and stuff. I think the only movie I ever saw that was kind of close to that was that movie about sleep paralysis. And that wasn't that long ago. That was like last year. But other than that, I've never even seen anything like that. And so, like, in my mind, I was just like, at first, you know, I was in denial. I was like, there was no way that really ever happened. But I had a bruise on my neck on both sides from where that hand was. There was an actual bruise on my neck, and in my mind, I was just like, I kept telling myself that didn't really happen, but the bruise was there. I remember my mom asking me about the bruise. She thought like one of them looked like a hickey or something like that, but it wasn't, because it wasn't like a fingerprint. It just looked like a bruise, like something was, like it was pressure there or something like that. I don't know. But there was bruises on my neck, and my neck was hurt. Like, it was so sore for like a few days, and I couldn't get it out of my head. And I was so scared. I just kept praying every single night before I went to sleep. I was like, God, please, God, please. At this time, I didn't really have a very good relationship with God. I just, you know, I was young. I didn't really understand God and all the other stuff. I didn't even care to understand. So it was just kind of like, I was like, God, please. I don't know if you're there. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was the devil or what. But Jesus, please help. Like, please don't ever let that happen again. And it hasn't. Since then, that was the only spiritual scary experience that I've ever had. Like, I'm not somebody who has like a whole bunch of experiences with ghosts or whatever, because, you know, I've never been that into that kind of stuff. But that experience right there was the one really scary experience that I had, and it was so scary. Oh my God. Like, after that, I was like, there's no way. I could never even I never play with spirits. I don't even like watching those kind of movies because it just reminds me of that night, and that was like the scariest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. Like, I really thought I was about to die. And you know, when I told one of my friends this story a long time ago and they didn't believe me, and I don't care. I know what happened. I was there, and I never believed that kind of stuff happened before, but then it happened to me, and now I'm just like, okay, this stuff is real, and I don't play with Ouija boards. If somebody even says the word Ouija board to me, I'm looking at them like, oh no, I'm about to cut you all the way out of my life because I don't have time. I'm not trying to die. So yeah, that's pretty much happened. Like I said, this isn't a long story. It's just, that was my experience, and I decided to share it with the world. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, then go ahead and subscribe and turn on notification bells so you don't miss any future videos. Sorry if this video isn't as upbeat or positive, but the story was kind of, it brings bad memories and bad thoughts. I'm about to go pray right now because I'm already feeling, thinking about it. So yeah, we gonna end this video. We gonna leave it alone. We gonna let it go. We gonna move on. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed already, turn on your notification bell, subscribe, like this video, comment down below. And love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for being here. And we'll see you guys in the next video.